tough loss here to end the regular season. I thought we just really dug ourselves a hole, in particular in the first 10 minutes of the game. That was really hard to dig out of, really at any time, especially being as thin as we are. You have to expend a lot of energy. And so I didn't think our energy level was very good early on either end. Having said that, UNLV, sometimes it's the way basketball goes. They also made several 2-pointers off the dribble, early in the game. And sometimes, that's the way it goes. And they didn't make all those in the second half either. I thought some of that stuff evened out, and clearly our defense in the second half was really good. So I'm proud of the guys for fighting that way. But we just couldn't get anything going on offense today. I thought our pace was poor, and we did. We missed a ton of open shots at the rim. Just couldn't get any momentum, that big shot to fall. But you know what? That's college basketball. That's the way it goes sometimes. You're going to be in those games. They really couldn't either. It was just kind of one of those wars in the second half. But we fought back. We took the lead, obviously, by 1, and then we fell asleep on that baseline out of bounds. They threw it behind our head, and they buried the 3 from the corner and took the lead back, and we were just never able to regroup from there.
You guys came out flat against Wyoming after a good effort against Nevada. Now you do it against UNLV after Utah State. Do you kind of see these as similar circumstances?
I don't know. It's funny because we talked about that. Like, that's one of the biggest things we talked about the next day is that, hey, we played our hearts out against Utah State, and we talked about that exact scenario. And I don't know if that was the case or not. We looked a little flat, maybe a little bit tired. We just weren't playing with the same kind of pace. We finally, kicked it in gear there a little bit in the second half. It was just too little, too late. But man, I would hope not. I mean, gosh, you're at home. You're playing with a lot on the line here today, and just looked to me like we were a little out of gas to start the game.
Are there things that you can kind of key on to make these really solid stretches of basketball that you guys play more consistent and more than normal?
I hope so. I mean, I think we have done that, some lately, and it was just one of those games. They were making a lot of shots early, and we weren't, and I think we were uncharacteristically poor on offense today. We've been really good on offense in league play, and we just could not get anything going. And but yeah, I mean, to win at a consistent level in this league, anywhere you're going to have to play really well on both ends for long periods of time. And obviously, to have any success in the postseason here next week, we're going to have to string a lot of really good basketball together to have any success.
A few close losses, obviously. Does it kind of show, these tight games show sort of a learning curve, the difference in winning those type of games?
I hope so. I mean, you're going to be in close games, if you want to be good, and you got to find a way to win those close games. And yeah, I mean, you're going to come down. You got to do the details well. All the little things matter, and I think that does matter. It's funny, we did work on this scenario in practice, yesterday, and same thing. We executed a couple things really well, I thought, down the stretch, but just too many mistakes. We didn't recover on a ball screen once at the dunk. We fell asleep on that baseline out of bounds play. And in a close game like this, especially when you're not scoring easily, all those things are just magnified. And so I hope it's something that we can learn from moving forward. I don't know. It's too bad. I mean, he came back and, he hadn't practiced in 10 days. He practiced yesterday. Thought he felt pretty good. Felt good this morning. He wanted to play. We gave him a run, and, his first run out there, he felt like he tweaked his ankle again and couldn't go. So I really have no idea. I mean, obviously, for us, hopefully we can get some depth, back would be really nice, for our team going in there. But hopefully he'll recover quickly. But, yeah, we felt good about playing him. He said he felt good, and he practiced yesterday a little bit, and but he wasn't able to go again after his first run.
We talked about Adam's confidence as a shooter throughout the season. Over the last couple of games, you kind of seen him attack the lane a little bit more. He got stepped in that Utah State game, but comes right back today, goes through contact, almost draws the hand one. What does that say just about his development?
I just love the way that kid's grown this year. I mean, you just look at where he was and where he's come. He's, not hesitating, playing with so much confidence, developing a game off the dribble, attacking, playing fearless. I look at the numbers here today. I thought he had some good defensive rebounds for us today. I think he's getting better defensively. I just like the way, and this kid just competes his butt off, as skinny as he is and also like that. And so I'm really pleased with his progress this year, and I'm really excited about him.
Kendall also 10 points in the second half, hit some big shots. 2 freshmen combined for 20 in the second half. How much does this game just put all of their progression both of them in?
huge, and Kendall's the same way. I think that, it's the proverbial wall, but those guys aren't freshmen anymore. They've played a ton of minutes now and have been in all these games, and they're go-to guys for us. And I think that's huge. It's obviously, you've seen it, I think, in their progression throughout this season. But I think it's huge. To me, it just, accelerates the learning curve for them moving forward here in our program. And they're both about the right things. They're everyday guys. They're competitive. I should go find some wood here. They haven't missed a day of practice all year. They haven't missed a workout. They've been there every day. They're in the gym. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And so, those guys have a bright future.
I know the goal for you guys was to obviously get the high seeds that you could in the tournament.
Yeah.
Falling down to 8 or 9 and playing Boise State now. I mean, how do you kind of just put that out of your
You
mind?
have no choice. It is what it is. I mean, it is no choice. I mean, and I thought, like, you want to get the highest seed you can. We wanted to win today, number one, to win the game. That's your goal. And two, we wanted to play well. And I really wish we would have played better today than we did. But at the same point in time, I mean, we could have won today and still got the 8th seed too, in theory. You know what I mean? That could have happened. And so it is what it is. You got to beat everybody. You can't worry about that. You got to go down there. It's one game at a time. Boise's a really good team. They're well coached. Obviously, both games, I think, have been, good. And so we're going to have to go down there and you can't worry about anything else other than trying to play well on Wednesday at 11:30. And if you're fortunate enough to win that game, you figure out the next one.
With it being senior day, what can you say about Robbie and JD's goals this past season?
Starting with Robbie, Robbie's been through a lot, man, in his career, in a lot of ways. And so I'm really proud of some of the things that he's overcome as a person. And I hope that he has got something out of being with us for a year. And he's a great kid. He's got a great heart. And I hope that he leaves here a better person, than he came here. And I'm confident he is. And so, JD, it's funny. I felt like he has grown, even as a fifth-year senior. He's grown a ton this year, and I really think he was starting to play, and he is playing some of his best basketball of his career in so many ways. And I notice it in practice. I notice it in the huddle. Some of the leadership things that he's done that maybe weren't as comfortable for him. And so I think he's grown a lot. And so I'm really proud of those guys. And I remember seeing JD when he was about 15 years old, a sophomore at Rangeview, when I had my last year as an assistant here. And like I told him the other day, I said he drew the short straw having me coach him here in his last year. But it's funny how life works that way. Thanks, guys.